Hey everyone, have you ever wondered what exactly is sound? Like, how is it that my voice gets to you or you hear an instrument playing? Well, the thing is, sound is what we call a wave. It's vibrations in something. Air, water, anything really. And there are various ways that things make sound, from my voice to acoustic instruments to speakers and digital instruments. And I'd like to walk through some of those ways with you. That's it.
So first we're going to take a look at how exactly a wave works by using a slinky. As you can see, when I push one end of the slinky, it kind of vibrates along its length. Let me slow that down for you. This is what we call a longitudinal wave, and your ear is designed to pick them up and figure out what they mean. You might also be able to see that the harder I push the slinky, the farther the vibration goes. This is basically the same as how a louder sound goes farther than a quieter sound.
Now, how does human speech work? How do we make sound? Well, you might have heard of your vocal cords before. They're in what's called your larynx. And it works by vibrating air coming out of your lungs as it goes up through your throat. That's why it's hard to speak without breathing. Your mouth also helps shape the sound based on where your tongue is and how your mouth is shaped. Every letter you make has a different mouth position, and it's kind of incredible how quickly our brain is able to swap between them to make even simple words.
Next, I'd like to explain to you how normal instruments work with the help of my buddy Shreyash and his saxophone. As you can see, to play the saxophone, Shreyash has to blow into the mouthpiece, and then press down on these buttons along the length. By blowing into the instrument, he's vibrating the air, making sound, and the buttons modify the air moving through the instrument to make differently pitched sounds. Different types of acoustic instruments have different ways of making sounds, so feel free to look at any you find and see where the vibration comes from and how it's modified. Thanks, Shreyash.
Next, I would like to explain to you guys how speakers work. And just for fun, I'm going to demonstrate it using a digital piano that I found online. So as you can hear, when I press on my keyboard, a note plays. Basically what's happening is that the website has a small file for each of these keys that corresponds to the vibrations that key would make if you press it on a real piano. And the website sends these to the computer speakers, and the computer speaker translates that into vibrating a small magnet back and forth to replicate the sound waves that you'd hear if you played a real piano. It doesn't really have to be a piano, it could be anything. Like my voice, you're hearing it through YouTube, which has a file that sends it to your computer speakers and plays my voice. Pretty cool, right? Now, that'll basically conclude our little tour of sound. Thanks for listening.